Welcome to Concept with Justin, where we explore the cutting edge of landscape design and architectural harmony. Today, we embark on an exciting journey to create a front yard landscape perfectly complements a modern black apartment building. Join me as we delve into this fascinating interplay of darkness and light, structure and nature. The concept of pairing a sleek, black modern building with a vibrant green landscape is a study in contrast. It's about creating a dialogue between the built environment and the natural world, where each element enhances and elevates the other. Let's begin by considering the visual impact of our black apartment building. The dark exterior creates a striking silhouette, bold and unapologetic in its modernity. It's a canvas of shadow and light, clean lines and sharp angles that demand attention. Our landscape design must rise to meet this dramatic backdrop. Creating a foreground that's equally compelling, but in a completely different way. Imagine approaching this property for the first time. The black facade of the building looms ahead, but your eye is immediately drawn to the lush tapestry of green that unfolds before it. We'll create a landscape that doesn't compete with the architecture, but rather complements and softens it, providing a natural counterpoint to its man-made precision. Our color palette will be primarily green, in all its myriad shades and textures. From the deep, glossy green of magnolia leaves to the soft, silvery green of lamb's ears, we'll explore the full spectrum of this versatile hue. Accents of white, silver, and even touches of black in our plant selection will tie the landscape to the building. creating a cohesive overall design. Let's start with the approach to the building. Instead of a straight path, imagine a gently curving walkway of dark gray slate. The organic shape of the path contrasts beautifully with the linear architecture of the building, while its color echoes the dark facade. Lining this path, picture a low hedge of Buxus sempervirens sfruticosa, or dwarf boxwood. Small, dense leaves create a neat, sculpted line that guides the eye towards the entrance, while providing a year-round green presence. Interspersed along the boxwood hedge, let's add some structural elements that echo the modern aesthetic of the building. Picture a series of square-cut blocks of varying heights, made from the same dark material as the building's exterior. These blocks serve as pedestals for oversized planters. Their angular forms a nod to the architecture, while their contents burst with life and color. In these planters, imagine a mix of textures and forms that play against the sleek lines of their containers. Picture the spiky architectural leaves of Phormium tenax, or New Zealand flax, their long sword-like foliage adding height and drama. Surrounding the flax, envision a cascade of Dichondra argentea silver falls, its small round leaves creating a waterfall of silvery green that softens the edges of the planters and ties into our overall color scheme. Moving away from the path, let's create a series of raised beds that add topography and interest to the landscape. These beds will be constructed from corten steel, it's rusty patina, providing a warm contrast to the cool black of the building. The geometric shapes of these beds, rectangles, squares, and perhaps even a few circles, will echo the modern lines of the architecture, while their contents spill over with natural abundance. Within these raised beds, let's create a tapestry of textures and shades of green. Imagine swathes of Hakanakloa macra aureola, or Japanese forest grass. Its arching leaves striped with gold and green, catching the light and adding movement to our design. Interspersed among the grass, picture clumps of Huchera obsidian, their deep purple-black leaves providing a dark counterpoint that ties back to the building's facade. To add height and structure to our planting, let's incorporate some small trees and large shrubs. Picture a grove of multi-stemmed Betula utilis var jacamontii, or Himalayan birch. Their stark white bark stands out beautifully against the black building, while their delicate leaves create dappled shade and add movement in the breeze. Beneath the birches, imagine an understory of Fargesia rufa. Clumping bamboo provides a lush green backdrop without the invasive tendencies of running bamboos. As we move closer to the building, let's create a transition zone that blends the landscape with the architecture. Imagine a series of large, rectangular planters made from the same material as the building, their dark forms emerging seamlessly from the facade. In these planters, picture a mix of architectural plants that echo the clean lines of the building while adding organic form and texture. In the center of each planter, envision a statuesque Dracaena marginata, or dragon tree, slender trunk topped with a burst of spiky leaves. Surrounding the base of the Dracaena, picture a carpet of Ophiopogon planiscapus nigrescens, or black mondo grass. Its grass-like leaves are such a deep purple they appear almost black, creating a beautiful continuity with the planters and the building, while still providing the freshness of a living plant. To soften the transition between the hard surfaces of the building and the lushness of the landscape, let's incorporate some climbing plant. Picture a series of sleek, black trellises mounted on the facade, providing support for Parthenocissus tricuspidata, or Boston ivy. This vigorous climber will create a living wall, its leaves turning from green to brilliant red in autumn, adding seasonal drama to our design. In areas where we want to maintain the clean lines of the architecture, let's use a more controlled climbing plant. Imagine Ficus pumila, creeping fig, trained to create geometric patterns on the walls. Its small, dense leaves will create a green tapestry, softens the black surface without obscuring its modern form. To add a water element to our design, let's create a modern take on a traditional feature. Imagine a rectangular reflecting pool, its dark bottom mirroring the color of the building. The still surface of the water creates a perfect reflection of the sky and surrounding plants, adding depth and dimension to our landscape. At one end of the pool, picture a simple, sculptural fountain, perhaps a series of stacked cubes in varying shades of gray, water flowing smoothly from one to the next. Surrounding the reflecting pool, let's create a seating area that invites residents and visitors to pause and enjoy the landscape. Picture a series of low, angular benches in a light gray concrete, their minimal design complementing the modern aesthetic of the building. As we continue to refine our design, let's consider the importance of year-round interest. While the black building provides a constant, strong presence, we want our landscape to offer something compelling in every season. In spring, imagine drifts of white Narcissus thalia emerging from the lawn, their nodding flowers a cheerful harbinger of warmer days. In summer, picture the full, lush growth of our perennials and grasses, creating a verdant oasis. As autumn approaches, our landscape will take on new drama. The Boston ivy climbing the building will turn brilliant shades of red and orange, creating a stunning contrast with the black facade. Feathery plumes of our ornamental grasses will catch the low autumn light, glowing like spun gold. Even in winter, our garden will have strong presence. The structural forms of deciduous trees and shrubs will create intricate silhouettes against the building, while evergreen plants maintain areas of lush green. Picture the delicate tracery of frost on the dark leaves of our heuchera, or snow outlining the architectural forms of the agave. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the art of landscape design. If you've enjoyed this exploration, and want to discover more innovative concepts for harmonizing architecture and nature, please consider subscribing to Concept with Justin.